Yeah, thanks for being on the Illinois Channel again. And now as we're talking to you, it is not as a conservative radio host, but you are the lieutenant governor candidate running with Senator Darren Bailey.
We had an hour and 45-minute meeting with the Baileys, and I just drove home thinking, wow, everything I've heard about them is true. People talk about their hearts and their commitment. They were the real thing, and I kept thinking, if they don't pick me, I just want to be part of this team. And every time I had any opportunity to interact with them, I was more and more drawn in. There was no question when they finally came down and made me the offer, I was all in. I had to be on this team. It's great. And I had said to them repeatedly, if you go with someone else, I just want you to pick the best candidate that's going to help you to win. But I was going to volunteer, I was going to promote him, and I was all in for Team Bailey.
You grew up on the west side of Chicago. You've been in Lisle and DuPage County now for a number of years. Knowing the area and both the Chicagoland area, the suburbs, Senator Bailey is from deep, deep southern Illinois. Can he win the votes in the north of I-80? Because a lot of people think, that maybe he won't play well just from a cultural standpoint.
Of course he can win because something happened. That's the pandemic. And we can unite on what we agree on. No one wants the state to be shut down again. No one wants first graders not to know what their teacher looks like because they're wearing a mask. When the shutdown happened and Pritzker got to decide what was essential and what wasn't. So liquor stores, abortion clinic, pot stores were all essential. Mom and pop establishments that third, fourth generation suddenly were not essential, or certain jobs weren't essential. And I say every job is essential because it's paying somebody's rent or their mortgage or feeding their kids. How dare you? So I know that Darren Bailey can unite the suburban people, the Chicago people, the forgotten people. I think at this point it's very obvious in Chicago that the Democrat Party, who's been running Chicago since the 30s, has completely forgotten about the neighborhood where I grew up in the South Side. We want to make sure everyone is able to thrive because there's so many resources in Illinois. It's a great place to live, and it's so sad that people cannot wait to get out of here. A lot of people are counting those days until their last kid graduates, and they're out of here. And I'm thinking, no, give us a chance. Don't sell your house yet. This is a phenomenal state. I grew up on the west side, so I have that city thing. I fled to Phoenix for 2 years and came right back. I'm here to fight for my state, and I'm that suburban housewife that drove around for 20 years in a minivan, and now I got downgraded to an SUV because it's only me and my granddaughter. But I can appeal to those people. Those people want their kids to be they want to have an influence on what's happening with their kids. I can't send my kid to school with a amoxicillin or an aspirin, but my kid could go out underage and get an abortion, which is a very dangerous procedure, even for the person getting the abortion. What they want to teach our kids in sex ed is pornographic. It's horrible. I can't understand why the left is hunting our children. Why are they trying to steal their innocence? And that's what I think everybody can agree on. When I heard him talk, I said, I love your accent. It blows me away that people in my state talk like that. And to me, I find that endearing. I just find that trustworthy. It's just regular people like Darren Bailey who own a farm. They can't count the days until their kids graduate and roll up their farm and move to Indiana or Tennessee or Florida. They want to stay here and fight for our state. And I just want to be part of the reason that they have hope that, you know what, we're going to make some real changes in Springfield.
The election in Virginia, where Republican was elected and beat a former Democratic governor, one of the leaders in that campaign, a volunteer, was a woman who said, I'm a liberal, but I'm just opposed to this critical race theory being taught, the sex ed, and it was that explosion.
Well, as you said, the East Coast has inspired me. I know it could happen even here. And as a minivan driving SUV mom in the suburbs, I know that we can appeal to those people. But now they're being told that your kids should feel guilty or feel wrong because they happen to be born white. A 5-year-old kid is being told that your race is the oppressor and blacks or Hispanics are the oppressed. I think people are standing up and saying, wait, I'm not a racist. What are you saying? And they want kids to learn reading, writing, and arithmetic, all this social agenda stuff that they're aggressively pushing on our children. I think we can be united in that. If you can look at the test scores, in some of these major school districts where everybody moved to because the scores were so phenomenal, those scores are dropping because they're spending more time teaching about pronouns and social justice and less time teaching about the basics. I know we can appeal to people, common sense people that just really are just tired of saying there's nothing we can do about Illinois. Well, not if we sit around and do nothing and don't vote for different people. I know we can change the state. There's no doubt in my mind.